Is it recording? Hello, welcome to dinner. And to whoever unsubscribed, you can go to... Just kidding, just kidding. Tonight, we're having some really healthy salmon patty and
garlic Parmesan asparagus.
Garlic Parmesan asparagus. There's the baby. Hello, baby.
He's
having rice. So yeah, whoever unsubbed, I'm glad you did. Don't need that sub. Wow, very good. Very flavorful. Perfect consistency.
Caribbean. He's looking at you. It has cranberry and Gorgonzola cheese.
Wow. Cranberry and Gorgonzola cheese. Look at that. Really good. Wow. It's got tons of flavor. There's a sweet, but then it has a
What?
It's got a mixture of sweet and umami.
I think the salmon itself is savory.
And then that cheese, what kind of cheese is it?
Gorgonzola.
Yeah, it's right there in the middle to balance things out.
And then cranberry.
The cranberry is what's sweet. Get off me.
What?
I said get off me.
To the dogs.
No, to this.
Asparagus?
Where's your napkins? We're using cloth napkins now. Because we're eco-friendly. Unless we buy Whataburger again, and then we'll just use Whataburger napkins. Put this down here like a professional.
Are you going to tell me a story?
A story, yeah. Okay, I was gonna tell a story, yeah. This story is the day this guy was born. Wow, wow, wow. So the day this guy was born was on June 2nd. I'm sorry, January 2nd. And here's what happened. So here's one thing I don't understand. They say you get 9 months pregnant, but it's not 9 months, it's 10 months. It's a full 10 months because once you get to the end of the 9 month, that's 10 months. So, anyway, we lived in a house, not this one, and I had some concerns about, there was 3 stairs. I was worried about that. I was worried about if the water broke. I was worried about because I was still working. So there was a scheduled birth date. Induction. And I was really hoping that would happen because then you kind of at least know what to expect, or at least it's not a surprise, like bam, here we go. So we made it all the way to the induction day. And
39 weeks and 2 days.
Excuse me?
39 weeks and 3 days.
39 weeks and 3 days.
That's how far along we were.
That's how far along we were. So the induction started in the evening. We get to the hospital, we arrive, we have a backpack, we have a baby bag, we have all the things we're supposed to have. And it was about 7 o'clock in the evening. And the room was really pretty cool actually. It was like kind of like a hotel. And the first thing they do is give us the room, and then,
Hook me up.
they hooked my wife up to some IVs and some
Monitors.
what?
Monitors.
Yeah, some monitors. And it's been 8 months now. I'm having trouble recalling. Was it Pitocin they gave you? Yeah, they gave you Pitocin first, right?
Cervidil.
Oh. Cervidil?
To what was it for?
To get things rolling.
Yeah, to expand things.
So they gave her a medicine, and it was working. Like, the doctors kept on coming in. The nurses kept on coming in, and they were like, yeah, you're making progress.
That was at night.
Yeah, that was at night.
And then in the morning.
It was like 9 o'clock. And so I remember one thing that was funny was I was trying to, well, I was definitely nervous, but no, I was trying to be cool. And I was cool. I was fine. Mm-hmm. But I was like wearing work clothes still, and I was trying to make that little chair into a bed. And I couldn't figure out how to make it into a bed. And I was like, is this how? And I remember you laughing because I thought I had it, but it didn't make sense the way my head was. I was like laying back in the little crevice, and then I finally figured it out. So anyway, we both tried to sleep.
I got morphine.
Yeah, you got morphine. You were like, I'm good. I'm ready to go to sleep. I didn't sleep too much. Obviously, I was nervous, and I was sleeping in a little chair. So, the next day, pretty much I was up all night. Yeah, I mean, I got like a couple hours sleep. The next day, we wake up, I go get food. She can't have food, right?
Correct.
I went and got a Whataburger.
But you didn't eat in front of me.
Yeah, I didn't eat in front of you. I got a Whataburger for the family. I got food for everyone that was there at the hospital. And then, what time was it when they gave you the Pitocin?
9.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what they did was in the morning they were like, all right, let's get this thing sped up. They gave Pitocin.
At 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yes,
And
6
then they
a.m.
broke my water at 9.
And they broke the water at 9. And then things were rolling. Then you started acting different. And you started getting like
pain?
you were trying to meditate, and I was trying to help you meditate. And then it started getting real. And nurses were coming in like at least every hour, maybe 2 hours, checking on us.
I got my epidural.
What time was it when you got the epidural, you think? Was it later?
I'd say maybe an hour, 2 hours into getting the Pitocin. I started doing
The first one.
contractions. Yeah.
So, she was in pain. And she was like, definitely letting them know, hey, I'm in pain. Something gotta change. So, she got the epidural, and then she was like, this is awesome. Why can't it be like this the whole time?
Yeah.
And actually, you took a nap after that. And so I was in and out talking to the families in the waiting room, and then back in the hospital room. Delivery room. And I can't believe someone unsubscribed from me. That's messed up.
You're
Give me a chance.
digressing from the story.
Okay. So that got things going. Now my time frame is not going to be perfect here because I don't remember right now. But that got things going. Then the dilation was like 6 or 7 pretty quickly after that.
But it stayed there.
Yeah, and then it stayed there for a long time. Stayed at 6 or 7 for hours. All day. Into the evening. And they actually had to give her a second epidural because it got really painful because the contractions were getting really bad. I remember I was getting nervous, and I was walking around in the room, and I was like, and you told me, no, stop. And I was like,
That's it. That's all I said.
no, all you said was no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, now it's getting real. Oh, he's happy. Little baby's happy. Little baby's happy. Okay, so then what happened was, after the second epidural, they were kind of hesitant to give it, but they did. And that's when they had a shift change. And the next nurse that came in, she was very helpful. Her name was Jerry.
Do you remember her name?
Yes.
Wow.
And she was like, come on, you have to push. You have to really push. You have to really, really push. So that's whenever we started doing different things. Like, we started turning on the side. We started turning, started breathing, doing breathing exercises,
Yeah.
We started doing that. And things were good. And then we were at a 9. And the doctor was like, you gotta push. The doctor came in and was like, look, it's like 7:30 at night. I mean, we have been there full 24 hours.
No, it was like 6. He was born at 7:14.
Oh, okay, well then 6.
Yeah.
She was like, look, you gotta push. You gotta push. So the doctor came in and was like, that's whenever it got even more real. Because I remember I was holding a leg, the other nurses were holding a leg, there was 2 other nurses and a doctor. I was in your face, talking about come on, breathe, you could do this, push, and you were trying really hard, and it wasn't happening.
I was pushing with my face.
You were pushing with your face, yeah, and they were like, when Nurse Jerry was still there, she was like, "You have to push. You have to push." She was the best coach. But that was the thing that really shocked me was like how much they put me in there. Like they were like, "Dude, you're the lead.
Yeah.
You're
her. What did they say? Support.
I don't know, but I didn't. I thought they were gonna be like, "Get out of the way, dude. Get out of the way. We got this." But they were like, "This is your problem. You're gonna fix this." So.
They were telling you to lift this leg and turn me this way and.
Tell me to lift legs. So. The doctor, eventually was like, "Look, you're not pushing hard enough, but we got some options here. We can keep doing this. We can do this all night. Or I can use a suction cup and help you."
Tell him because he was stuck.
He was stuck. Oh.
His shoulder was stuck.
I mean, I don't know if I should say this now, but I could kind of see him. But
what could you see?
His head.
Like how much of it?
And his hair.
Just the top of his
like
head?
Like an apple. Like if you saw it like an apple.
Like, was it like this? Or
Yeah.
was it like this?
No, not like that. Not like that. Just the top. Just the top. How are you supposed to eat these professionally? Like, supposed to cut them up. That's what it is. Supposed to cut them up to nice little bites.
I think I didn't cut the ends off, so they're a little rough. I didn't.
No, it's not that. It's like eating noodles. You're like. I'm not cutting it up. No. So.
I really like this.
I guess 7:14, right?
Yeah. 7:14? No, he was 7 pounds 14 ounces. It was 7 something. It was 7 something. 750? I want to say 750.
We had been there a long time. And I'll tell you this. By the time he was born, we were both so exhausted.
We were both like...
Yes. I was exhausted too.
I'm the one.
I didn't get any drugs. I didn't get any epidural. I didn't get anything. I was just winging it stone cold. But yeah, and also I'm the one that had all the worry. You were just having a baby.
I was worried about my health while I was pushing.
Okay. So the doctor offers, she's like, "Hey, look, I can use a suction cup." And we were like, "Well, what is that? What do you mean?"
Because he was stuck.
Yeah, because he was stuck.
His shoulder was stuck on my hip bone.
Yeah. And she was like, "It's just a little thing that I put on, sucks on his head, and I pull a little bit while you push." And so we were like, we looked at each other and we were like, "Are we doing this?" And we were like.
But she said if it doesn't work out, you're going to have to go to emergency C-section.
Right. If it didn't work out, it was going to have to go to emergency C-section. So we looked at each other and we were like, "Are we doing this?" And we were like, "Yeah, we're doing this." So the doctor got out the suction cup, and I was mostly looking at my wife, but I did see what it was all about, and it was suction cup. And doctor got it ready. Oh, the doctor told us there's gonna be like a little cone on his head if we do this. And
For a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. So we were like, okay, whatever. At that point, we were so exhausted. We were like ready to do C-section. So what we did was.
I was scared. I was scared that things weren't moving along. So I
Yeah,
kind of.
it had been a long time.
When she said C-section, I felt a little relief because I was scared.
We haven't talked about this in 8 months, right?
Yeah.
So she put that suction cup on there And within 2 minutes, our baby was out. Our baby was born.
With a fractured clavicle.
I don't even think I think they just kind of said that. Anyway, within 2 minutes, baby came out. This little one right here. This little one right here. So he came out, and after about 5 seconds, he started crying, and then
I was worried because I didn't hear him.
yes, but didn't hear him cry at first, and then but he was okay. And then they weighed him, and then
7 pounds, 14 ounces.
7 pounds, 7 pounds, 14 ounces. Born at 7:14. No, we don't know what time he was born, but
7:50 something.
okay, close to 7:14. And then they weighed him, they checked him out, the other helping nurses, everything looked good, and then they took him away for a little bit to do some other stuff, and they brought him back, all wrapped up.
They cleaned him up.
They cleaned him up. They cleaned him up immediately, but they cleaned him up better when they took him.
Yeah, and they.
And I was worried about that. I was worried about when they took him. I don't know why. I'm like, how can they just take a baby that we just produced?
And that's what worried me because before he was out, they asked me if I wanted immediate chest.
And you did.
Chest to chest, and I said skin to skin, and I
That
said
happened.
yes. I did not get immediate skin to skin. They
Almost.
not immediate is he's out, and they don't even clean him and just put him on you. That's
Another
skin
thing.
to skin. That's what I wanted, but they didn't. They took him to get weighed and wiped, and I was like, I was disappointed because I thought they were gonna put him on me right away. That's why I got worried too.
Another thing that happened is you didn't even know what you were like. After he was born, you were like, is he born? And I was like, yes, he's born. And I was trying to. It felt to me like it felt like a crazy. It was so high energy. That's all I can say. The room was like just buzzing extremely, like just zzz. It was so high energy. I couldn't believe it. And you were like, is he born? Is he born? You didn't. I mean, you knew he was born, but you were like,
I was out of it too.
yeah, you were out of it, but you were like,
Is he okay?
is he? I remember you saying, well, there you go. There's your spoon. I remember you saying, you got a new spoon for him?
Mm-hmm.
You could just rinse this off.
I was gonna have him play with it.
Hmm?
I was gonna have him play with one and have the other.
So, that piece was like not as good as the rest.
Rough?
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm telling you, mine came out rough from the bottom. Well, I think they all did.
Not all of them. So, I remember you saying something like, I remember what it was. You were like, I don't even know what just happened. Like right after it happened, you told me, you were like, I don't remember happening. I don't remember anything happening.
I blacked out.
Yeah, you blacked out.
Between the pushing before the doctor came in and him actually coming out, I blacked out. Like, I had episodes where I kept blacking out. Yeah. So 1 minute, like, I saw a lot of people coming in the room. And then the next minute, someone was telling me, sweetie, you really have to really give it all you have. And then the next minute, I'm saying, is he okay? Because I don't hear him crying. That's what happened. Like, there are blocks where I blacked out. I lost track of time, too.
Yeah. Well, I remember you saying, I don't remember anything, and I was like, yeah, he's here. And then another funny thing that happened was your family was like trying to barge in the room before.
I remember that.
The doctors didn't okay it, and they were like, "We're coming in." And there was like 10 people in the room, and then they were all passing the baby around, and everyone.
Well, my mom was not passing the baby
Yeah,
around.
your mom wouldn't let go of him, and so we had to like be like, "Come on, you have to let other people hold him." And
my family speaks Spanish, and yours doesn't. So I told my mom in Spanish, pass him to Levi's mom. I told her like 5 times, and she was like, "Okay, okay." And she kept talking, and I was like, "Mom, pass him to Levi's mom now."
So that's the day he was born. After that, it was still pretty scary. I like the come down from that was like I was like shaking, but I was trying to be cool the whole time. Like I was trying. I'm a tough guy, and I was trying to be like, I'll do this every day. This is no big deal. But I was kind of freaking out, and I didn't know how to hold him. I never held a baby really. I mean, I'd held baby maybe once my entire life. And the doctors handed him to me, and I was like, okay, how do I?
What do I do?
Where's the? How do you?
You're like football or?
Yeah. So I didn't know what to do. Empty plate, by the way. Bam. So that's the day this little dude was born. And here he is. He's almost 9 months old. Ta-da! Thanks for watching, and so long to the subscriber that unsubbed.